Hello everyone, welcome to another video on my channel. I am Marshall3498. My channel consists of bike reviews, rider advice, a few things of gear, reviews that I own and have tested for quite a while. I have a few drone videos of some scenic places where I live at, and also have some good riding destination and scenic routes that I've taken on my channel and uploaded. Today's topic is one that's very special and dear to my heart. It's a little different than my average vlog, but today what I'm going to be speaking about and I guess contributing to, if that's the right word, I don't know, but this video is in honor of my mother. Happy Mother's Day to my mom. You know who you are, in the year 2017. Today I'd like to talk about all the things she did for me growing up, what she sacrificed so that me and my brother could have nicer things, because that's, you know, that's what good parents do, like my mom and father did. But today's really dedicated to her, because today is Mother's Day after all. I guess I'll start maybe of some of my fondest memories that maybe my viewers won't necessarily know what's going on, so to speak, but my mother, for the person this is dedicated for, will. I guess some of my fondest memories are being down at the lake and stuff, growing up down there riding four-wheelers and being out in the boat with my mom and dad. Even though my mom didn't really go four-wheel riding with me and my dad, but that's okay, because everybody has their own thing they like to do. But we had a lot of fun on the boat down there, and the drive down there to and from the house, and just a lot of different things. My mom and dad, you know, my dad really taught me how to drive, but my mom taught me how to maybe deal with traffic and things like that once I got my learner's permit. Some of my fondest memories are probably some of that time, really, not only growing up, you know, younger, before teenage years, but that's some of my fondest memories that I still hold cherished. Is she taught me how to drive in traffic and what to look out for and ways to try to keep me safe, because that's what mothers do. Dads, you know, they tend to teach their sons, especially things to do that are guy things, but moms, that's their thing, is making sure their children are safe. And my mom definitely did that there and above for me. You know, like when I had my earner's permit and stuff, I lived pretty good ways from school, and she just handed me the keys, and we'd leave from our driveway to the house, and I'd drive away to school. And she took time out of her day and her work schedule, even though mom and dad own their own business, to drive me all the way to school and stuff like that. You know, maybe had to leave the house a little bit earlier than she would have liked to, and made sure I got a good breakfast before I went to school, and, you know, just the normal stuff. But she really taught me how to drive in traffic and what to look out for and stuff like that. And she insisted, once I got my actual license, she even insisted, this is back in the early days of cell phones when they were still quite large, just a generation after the bag ones that are like, they call it a brick back then. I don't know what there would really be called in today's world, but she made sure that I had a cell phone, and I was expected to, once I started driving, call when I got to school, and when I got out of football practice or whatever I had going on, that I called when I was on my way home, so they knew what time to expect me. And just, you know, other things like that. You know, my mom, she really didn't really have a whole lot of nice things for herself, so they made sure that I had super nice school clothes to wear to and from school. You know, Air Jordans back in the day, when that was the big thing, more than it is so today. Stuff like that. You know, she would have, you know, just not necessarily bottom barrel rag clothes, but she didn't have the nice clothes that me and my brother had, that's for sure. But I don't really know how to put this on the words, because some of my subscribers know that my dialect in my blogs is not the greatest in the world, but I never claimed to be a public speaker, so it is what it is. But it's just, you know, she taught me the right things to do, what was right and wrong, as much, if not more, than my dad. She taught me, you know, etiquette as far as, you know, how to conduct yourself and taught me that, you know, a lot like my dad, but probably more so, that the people you associate yourself with and hang around, that's the people who you're going to turn out to, you know, mimic their habits and their bad habits especially, and to not hang around, you know, kind of necessarily, I wouldn't say bad people, but people that you just don't want your child to be like. You know, you want the best for your kid, and my mom definitely wanted the best for me, for sure. But my mom, she just, I can't say enough good things about her. I can't even, you know, put this into a 10-minute video on how great and how awesome mom she was growing up and still is to this day. You know, I have kids of my own now, and she makes sure that if she necessarily can't make it up to see them as often as she like, she makes sure that she does send them stuff in the mail from time to time, you know, on especially holiday time like Easter and all that other kind of holiday stuff for children. You know, to make sure that they remember her, even if they maybe don't get to see her as much as they like, that they remember her as, oh, she's the one who gets me the super nice things and the super thoughtful things that nobody else would buy. And that's what she did for me growing up. You know, that's part of a mom's job. They know their children well. They know what they like. They know what they dislike. And that's part of it, you know. But my mom, if you watching this, which I'm sure you will be, I love you, and I cherish that I had a mom like you. I don't think anybody could have done any better, regardless of what any other people might say, how they think their mom were the best in the world. But my mom definitely was and still is to this day. She's a very kind person, and that's what she tried to instill in me as much as possible. Of course, everybody loses their temper, and everybody says things they don't mean to, but she definitely didn't lose her temper very much, or at least try not to, unless I did something that I wasn't supposed to do, because I knew what they expected of me, and if I didn't do that, then boy, you're talking about being in some trouble. So I just didn't do it because, you know, I wanted the good side of my parents. I think in today's world too, that people try to steal their kids in that, but at the same time they try to be more than a friend than that, and that's not what being a parent's about. You know, when your children do the wrong thing and do the things they're not supposed to, you know, they don't get to still go outside and play and stuff, and I didn't get to do that. Of course, that didn't happen very often. Of course, you know, I wanted to be a kid and have fun, but at the same time, I knew what was expected of me, if that makes sense. But, and not only that, my mom taught me, you know, not only to try to be a good person to others, but I guess that's what I try to do. I try to be the kind of parent today that was instilled in me, that the way they made me act and not act, and that's what I try to just put forward to my kids. And if I would be half the parent my mom and dad were, especially my mom, then I'd be doing pretty good compared to most parents these days. But she just, I couldn't thank her enough for doing all the stuff she did for me, all the stuff she sacrificed for me, all the things that she taught me, both good, bad, right from wrong, all that kind of stuff. And just, you know, another thing, you know, that she taught me was you're only as good as your word. And if you're going to do something, if you're going to go help a friend, or if you're not going to do, you know, don't do the things you're not supposed to. And that's all in this world. I think what people in this world lack now is, you know, they say they're going to do one thing and they don't show up, and they let their friends down or their family down or just whatever. And if you're going to do something and you say you're going to do it, or you say you're going to help, or you're going to come do this, or whatever the favor is, or being there for somebody or whatever, then you just stick to it and do it. You know, that's part of being a person of your word, and just doing the right thing and what you say you're going to do. You know, that's part of it. And I think if a lot of people did that these days and try to do the right thing always, no matter when anybody was watching, everybody would be pretty awesome like my mom and dad were, especially my mom. So, Mom, this is for you again. Happy Mother's Day 2017. I love you, and hopefully I'll see you soon. See ya.